Did you know that while you sleep, you possess a secret weapon that can protect you even in moments of greatest vulnerability? Many people believe that spiritual battles only happen when we are awake, but the reality is that the enemy does not rest. While you sleep, invisible forces can surround you, affecting your peace, your thoughts, and even your dreams. How many times have you woken up with anguish, nightmares, or feeling an inexplicable burden? It is a more common phenomenon than we imagine, but what few people know is that there is a simple and sacred way to protect oneself during rest. It is not about complicated rituals or strange amulets, but something much more powerful: the Rosary. Saint Pio of Pietrelcina, a saint with profound knowledge of spiritual warfare, left a priceless piece of advice that can change the way you experience rest. Can you imagine sleeping in peace, feeling protected by a divine presence? In this message, you will discover a teaching that few know, but that has the power to transform your nights. In fact, once you learn the 5 reasons why you should place your rosary under your pillow tonight, you will hardly ever sleep without it again. Before continuing, if you are devoted to Padre Pio, I invite you to write in the comments, "Padre Pio, protect me." This small act will seal your commitment to this saint and open the doors to his intercession in your life. Padre Pio, loved by so many, was a man who bore the stigmata of Christ for 50 years and possessed a special gift to see beyond the visible. His teaching about the Rosary is clear. It is not only about praying it, something we know is fundamental, but also about doing something very specific with it at night. This saint assured that the Rosary was his weapon, and he was never seen without one in his hands. However, what many do not know is that he revealed to his closest spiritual children an astonishing secret: 5 reasons why the Rosary should be under the pillow while sleeping. It is no coincidence that you are hearing this right now. If you have recently felt the need for greater protection, experienced difficult nights, or simply want to strengthen your spiritual life, this is a sign from heaven for you. What Padre Pio taught about the Rosary will not only impact your rest, but will also open a door to a deeper connection with the divine. In the next few minutes, you will discover these 5 secrets, and I assure you that after learning them, you will never see your Rosary the same way again. The most wonderful thing is that you will be able to start experiencing its effects from tonight. The first reason that Padre Pio left us is profoundly powerful. Placing the Rosary under the pillow creates what he called a circle of divine protection. It is not merely a devotional object, but a living presence of Mary in our rest. According to Padre Pio, this circle of protection functions as a shield that not only safeguards the physical body, but also the mind, the spirit, and even our dreams. During his years in San Giovanni Rotondo, many people came to him with accounts of nighttime spiritual attacks, and he explained to them that the enemy always seeks moments of vulnerability, with sleep being one of the most critical. That is why he frequently asked, "Why do you think so many people wake up anguished at 3 in the morning?" According to his teaching, this hour, opposite to the time of Christ's death, is a moment when dark forces try to disturb with greater intensity. However, the Rosary under the pillow acts as a spiritual beacon, keeping negative influences away. It is like a celestial guardian who remains alert while we rest. Numerous testimonies from his spiritual children affirm that since they began following this advice, nightmares have significantly decreased, and the feeling of nighttime fear has disappeared. But this is not all. The second revelation takes us even deeper. The Rosary under the pillow establishes a direct communication channel with the Virgin Mary. Padre Pio described this phenomenon with singular beauty, saying that it was like having a direct phone line to heaven. While we sleep, our Heavenly Mother can whisper to our hearts, guide us through dreams, and prepare us for the challenges of the next day. This spiritual connection can manifest in multiple ways. Some people have reported receiving significant dreams that bring them important messages. Others have woken up with an inexplicable mental clarity about situations that worried them. And in certain cases, they have even experienced divine inspirations that have helped them make crucial decisions in their lives. Padre Pio shared that many of his spiritual followers experienced what he called Marian dreams, spiritual encounters that revealed the guidance and love of the Virgin Mary during their rest. In these dreams, the Virgin Mary delivered specific advice and warnings about the future, messages so clear and full of meaning that they had the power to completely transform the lives of those who received them. The third reason Padre Pio shared about placing the rosary under the pillow goes far beyond mere protection. He explained that during sleep, our soul becomes more receptive to the graces of heaven. It is like a flower that opens in the darkness of the night, sensitive to spiritual influences. In his teachings, he described this phenomenon in great detail. When we sleep, the natural barriers of our conscious mind weaken, allowing for a more direct connection with the supernatural. That is why he insisted on the importance of proper protection, as the rosary acts as a spiritual filter that blocks negative influences while amplifying celestial blessings. In his private conversations, the saint revealed that many divine graces arrive precisely during rest. He told stories of people who went to bed with seemingly unsolvable problems and woke up with clear answers, of others who experienced unexpected healings while sleeping, and even of those who received celestial visits in their dreams. This teaching from Padre Pio reminds us that the spiritual world never ceases to act, and that the rosary is a powerful bridge between our reality and the kingdom of the divine. Before continuing with these profound revelations, I want to share something very special. Just as Padre Pio dedicated his life to guiding us spiritually, a gift has been prepared with great love and dedication that can transform your path of faith: the spiritual secrets of San Padre Pio. Imagine for a moment having in your hands the same spiritual power that he used to work miracles, accessing the most powerful prayers that he himself recited, and understanding the spiritual secrets that he only shared with his closest followers. The most important thing is that this knowledge is not just theory. Every teaching of Padre Pio is designed to be applied in daily life, in our real concerns, and in our most urgent needs. This digital book is truly special because it includes prayers of protection from Padre Pio, the same ones he used in moments of great spiritual battle. It also contains daily reflections to strengthen faith, written following his unique method, as well as a practical guide based on his most profound teachings. All of this has been written in clear and accessible language, designed to accompany you in your daily life, in your struggles, and in your challenges. It is as if Padre Pio himself were guiding you step by step on your spiritual journey. If you wish to receive this treasure, you only need to click on the link pinned in the comments of this video. We know that many people are going through difficult economic times, so we have done everything possible to make it available at an affordable price. Our mission is not money, but to share these teachings with those who truly need them. Do not miss this opportunity. Take this step of faith today and allow Padre Pio's wisdom to transform your life forever. Now, let us return to these extraordinary revelations. The fourth reason why the rosary under the pillow is so important is something that fills the heart with emotion. Padre Pio said that this simple act creates what he called a bridge of nightly graces. Imagine this: while you sleep, the rosary under your pillow continues to work. It is like a celestial guardian that does not rest, that remains in constant prayer. In his teaching, Padre Pio explained that each bead of the rosary is like a star in the spiritual sky, illuminating our night and protecting us from all harm. A touching story demonstrates the power of this practice. In Puebla, a single mother named Lupita was going through very difficult times. Her teenage children were beginning to drift away from the faith, and she felt powerless in the face of this situation. One day, she decided to start sleeping with her rosary under her pillow, and each night before going to bed, she whispered a simple prayer: "Mother mine, take care of my children while I sleep." 3 months passed, and something amazing happened. Without her insisting, her children began to show interest in the faith. The eldest even asked her to teach him how to pray the rosary. "It was as if the Blessed Mother had worked in their hearts while I was sleeping," Lupita said through tears. And finally, we arrive at the fifth and final revelation of Padre Pio, perhaps the most impactful of all. He assured that the rosary under the pillow acts as a magnet for miracles. We are not talking about spectacular miracles that make the headlines, but rather those small daily miracles that transform our lives from within. Padre Pio explained to his spiritual children that many times the answers to our deepest prayers come at night, when our minds are at rest and our hearts are open to divine inspirations. The rosary under the pillow not only protects, but also serves as a key that opens the door to the blessings that God has already prepared for us. The rosary under the pillow is not just a tool of protection, but a spiritual antenna that connects us with celestial messages. A woman in Veracruz shared an experience that perfectly illustrates this mystery. After months of unsuccessfully searching for a job, she began sleeping with the rosary under her pillow. One night, she had a dream in which she saw an office completely unknown to her. The next day, following a strong intuition, she went to a part of the city where she had never looked for work before. There, to her astonishment, she found exactly the same office she had seen in her dream. Today, she works there and says it is the best job opportunity she has ever had. Was it a coincidence? Padre Pio taught us that in the spiritual world, coincidences do not exist. Everything is part of God's loving plan, and the rosary under our pillow helps us align ourselves with that divine plan. Here is where I want to pause for a moment to share something very special. Padre Pio always insisted that having the rosary under the pillow is not enough. It is essential to create a spiritual connection with it. It is not just an object, but a bond with heaven. To do this in a practical way, each night before going to bed, take your rosary in your hands. If you wish, you can gently kiss it as a sign of respect and love. When you place it under your pillow, do so with faith, with intention, with the certainty that it is not a mechanical act but a gesture of total trust in the protection of the Virgin Mary. A touching testimony is that of Don Jose, a taxi driver in Mexico City. For years, he suffered from insomnia due to his constant worry about street safety. One night, after placing his rosary under the pillow, he had a dream in which the Virgin Mary covered him with her mantle. Since then, not only has he been able to sleep peacefully, but every day he goes out to work with an inexplicable sense of peace. Padre Pio taught that each night is an opportunity to deepen our relationship with heaven. By placing the rosary under the pillow, we are not only seeking protection, but also making a declaration of faith, a complete surrender to the intercession of Mary. In that silent act, in that prayer without words, we are saying, "My Mother, I entrust myself entirely into your hands." Before we say goodbye, I want to extend a special invitation to you. Tonight, when you get home, take your rosary. If you do not have one, get one. Its cost or appearance does not matter, because the real power is not in the object, but in the faith with which you use it. Place it under your pillow and prepare to experience the deep peace that only heaven can provide. Imagine that each bead of the rosary is like a star illuminating your night, that every Hail Mary prayed throughout the day continues to work even while you rest. If this message has touched your heart, I invite you to write in the comments, "Thank you, Padre Pio, for this revelation." With your comment, this message will reach more people who need to know about this special protection. And always remember the words of Padre Pio. The rosary is the weapon for these times. Do not let another night pass without this celestial protection. The Virgin Mary is waiting, ready to cover you with her maternal mantle while you sleep. May God bless you, may the Virgin protect you, and may Padre Pio intercede for each one of you. See you in the next message, and remember, faith moves mountains, but the rosary moves the heart of heaven. Until next time.